kind of how do you set up the internships, and is that an area where listeners or people need to help out on some of those things? Kind of what do you
Well,
have set up?
well, absolutely. So Rawls is, since I've come here, I've been so impressed by how well Rawls gets students engaged in industry. So they want to drive kids into one of these certificate programs. They call it the BRIC: banking, real estate, invest, and we're the C: corporate risk management and insurance. That's the C. And they want students to pursue a certificate. And as they pursue that certificate, do our little association groups, the whole semester, we're having engagement opportunities. I have speakers come into the class. I have speakers come into the Student Finance Association. We take a group of students every semester on an industry trip where we visit.
Great.
Last
Oh, that's
last
super cool.
last fall, we visited Keurig Dr. Pepper, and including their risk management people. We visited Higginbotham, who's a great supporter of the program, and we visited Markel, who's a great supporter of the program. Knocked it out of the ballpark as far as
Oh,
really
man.
explaining, the
Right.
dimensions of the industry. So it's that industry engagement while they're doing their studies all along, starting from freshmen. They're trying to get freshmen involved in the Finance Association and the certificate path as fast as they can. And they want them to take multiple certificates if they're willing to.
Interesting.
And,
Yeah.
and then the whole time they're here, there are so many opportunities for engagement. And that's where the audience, whether you're carrier, your corporate risk management, your retail, wholesale broker, can help, because to help support and provide opportunities for engagement. So the internships, all anybody has to do is let me know that they'd love to entertain an intern. And I've had a lot of calls as the word's gotten out. Talked to an agency out in Southeast Texas just recently, said, look, we're interested in having hiring people out of Rawls and people that have been exposed to the program. And I say exposed because I'm telling you, whether I have a student that goes all the way through and gets a certificate, or it's a senior and it's taking it as the last course because
Right.
they had to get one out of the way. And I don't hesitate to say, my course is not heavily quantitative rigorous like a lot of these finance courses are. They're going to enjoy it and have fun.
Right.
And it's not going to be hard to make a good grade if they just participate and get involved. And so if I have a senior, and I've had seniors take the course, and all of a sudden they were going to go this direction for real estate or banking. Now they want to talk to people in our industry, and I can connect them and get them hired. So letting me know. Rawls has a huge career day every fall and spring. I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm sure you've been to some of the Big I annual conferences, and we've got a lot of exhibitors and stuff. Rawls dwarfs any other industry exhibitor. It's huge. They have in the convention center. There's people from the industry that have booths, and I drive people to those booths. So getting involved in actually recruiting on campus and connecting with
Great.
the career management center is a great way. Just reaching out to me and saying we're interested in supporting or connecting. So I do an exercise, a case study where I connect student to somebody in the industry to do maybe a risk identification case study where for the agent, and I'd love to have you two do it, where you pose as one of your clients. You don't have to provide the real name or anything, and they're reaching out and they're using some Army, risk
Yeah.
identification surveys and going through it as if, Jeff, you're maybe that machine shop, and they're asking you
I like
questions.
that.
And you're answering as if you are the machine shop because you know
Oh
the
yeah,
risk.
that'd be
Yeah.
great.
And that
I'm
gives you
in.
Yeah, I like
great
that.
real life and interaction with the industry.
I
Just
would
to see
think
their
after the
face when
word
we
gets
go.
out, people would really be fighting over these kids. I mean, because, you get somebody that's got a finance degree and then you add this twist to it and they've got this risk management skill set now. That's huge. I mean, I would think as an employer, you'd be like, yeah, get that kid.
I would hope so. And the school's so behind this, and Bill Henry was able to get them behind it. First of all, because if you know Bill Henry, Bill Henry's influential and
Right.
legend in the industry and passionate about this industry. But all he had to do was talk about the opportunities in the job talent gap we have. It was really fits right into what Texas Tech's all about, getting these kids good jobs when they get out of school.
God,
As they should be.
And where
they're
the
serious about it. Well, I'll
Yeah.
tell you, anybody who's out there in the industry or a corporation who's listening to this, you need to wake up, because this is going to be one of the best pipelines, if not the best pipeline. Again, I am going to be a little slanted here for these young folks coming out. I mean, you're going to be, and just knowing what Rick does and how he does it and what these kids are going to come out with, you're going to do a great job filling a lot of these gaps. And I can't wait for the next few years to